Today on Pinson's Garage, we have this 1987 Volkswagen Scirocco. I traded the old Kawasaki Super Scirocco for this thing. The guy, super nice gentleman, sent me the title today. Now we can start work on it. It doesn't have a key, so I had to draw out the lock cylinder, hooked a whole bunch of jumper cables and everything up to it, and the engine will turn over, but it's very weak. I might need to get an actual battery and put it in the car. Either that or the starter is very worn out. Let's give her a bath and see how well it'll clean up. We just got done giving our old German car a bath. Old girl cleaned up pretty good. The paint is not original. It's been repainted at least once, and it's still wet, so it definitely will not look this decent when it's dry. But with what I found under all the mold, I'm not upset. I'm actually pretty happy. Not bad, car. Not bad. So for those that aren't familiar with the Scirocco's, this was the first car that I bought with my own money in high school. I bought an 87 just like this, 16 valve. I think I paid $1,000 for it in Lawrenceville, Georgia, and drove it back. This one might be in better shape than the one that I drove in high school, minus the bumper shave. They're pretty rare at this point. I don't know what's happening to it. Well, I do know what's happens to them. The CIS fuel injection system, which I think I heard somebody say stands for can't inject shit, fails, and then they sit in the field, and then they rot, or people wreck them. So there aren't that many left. If you go look on Bring a Trailer, you'll see insane numbers that these cars are bringing in good condition. Ours is probably in running shape, maybe between, I don't know, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 car range, not the like $12,000 to $20,000 car range that they're bringing on Bring a Trailer. The guy that I got it from, when he was showing it, he thinks somebody took the key. So I gotta get new door locks, trunk lock, steering column lock. So I think I'm gonna order a matching set of locks. I think they're like $50, but then you have to wait to get them shipped from Latvia or Bulgaria or somewhere over out east. The interior is not in bad shape. It's not in great shape. Wheels are missing some center caps, but it's got the original Scirocco teardrops. I think I want to throw it on coilovers and then get the Felgenworks Chinese knockoff 15-inch teardrop with a little lip. Those are pretty sweet wheels. Hopefully we can get the fuel injection running. If not, I'll take the can't inject shit off there and put some side draft Webers. That'd be pretty sweet. So there are quite a few good looking front wheel drive engines out there. This is probably one of my favorite, and one that I consider most aesthetically pleasing. Somebody rigged up the hood cable on this. Windshield wipers. And I'm gonna do a good job cleaning those. Alright. Check out this 16 valve. Ooh, it's filthy. I need to wash the engine bay too. Man, that's rough. Let's see. But yep, dual overhead cam, 16 valve. Can't inject shit fuel injection system with our flappy MAF door thing and fuel distribution block. It's an interesting concept. It doesn't work that great. It's got two fuel pumps, a lift pump and then an actual pressure pump, because apparently these need like 60 psi in these fuel lines, which is ridiculous. I think most fuel injection system operates somewhere between 30 and 34 psi. Should get the pressure washer back out and clean up the engine bay, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Like I said, I hooked up some jumper cables to it and the motor turned over barely, slow and weak. So I'm going to throw a battery in the car. I've got a buddy who's going to let me borrow one and see if it just kicks right over and fires up. And if it doesn't, I think the starter might be shot, but we'll go from there. We got a battery. See what you do. Now we have our steering wheel cover off to get the lock cylinder out to drill it, because we didn't have a key. But here's our beautiful interior. The shifters on these things always, oh god, it always made me chuckle, because the shift throw is so long. It's like a foot long, and they had to can't see because of my leg, but they had to arc the shifter back so it doesn't hit the radio when you put it in first and third gear. That's insane. That is insane. Why didn't they just make the shift throw shorter? Why didn't they just do that? But like I said, the interior is not in good shape, but it's not in bad shape. Well, my camera got cut off in the middle of filming, but the only difference between this car and the car I drove in high school is mine had bumpers and the factory Momo steering wheel, which this car does not.